All right, shalom. Back out here again. Go to work, doing work after work. It's Wednesday afternoon. First and foremost, I have to go praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Maishah, Bahashem, Rukar Kadash, Bakte Yahweh, Bakte Ahchar, Bakte Yahweh, Bakte Ahchar, Bakte Yahweh, Bakte Ahchar. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Ahchar. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops. We're at Millstone. Peace and salutations to hopeful elect across planet Earth, man. Yeah, I just want to get back to what I was speaking about last week about the seals, Revelation, the 6th chapter. Yahushua, he's on his way back, as well as Esau, and the Lord broke these seals, and understanding, which is the understanding of his word, right? Let's get right into it. Just going back to Revelation 6 and 2, and I saw, behold, a white horse. He that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, the Lord's coming back for vengeance. He's coming back with firepower. He's coming back to conquer, the other nations. He's coming back to destroy this place. He's not coming back to hand out daisies. How you doing, man? It's not. Yeah, he's not coming back to hand out daisies. He's coming down on a sensitive cloud, to love everybody, to save everybody. No, he's coming back for his elect, really. He's coming back to the game to save his elect, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elected, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true Israelites, And then the rest of our people are going to get it right in the kingdom. They're going to have to feel that fire. The Lord's coming, conquering, and conquer, as he says, man. He has that bow, that white horse, man. He's talking about Yahushua. It's Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling with the greatness of his strength. It's traveling with the greatness of his strength in the UFOs and chariots, man. Chariots are back in the news, man. Certain articles are coming out that are telling you that certain religious leaders are being prepared for some type of disclosure. Apparently the government's going to release some information from the chariots or disclose information, which is probably that Blue Beam Project, talking about aliens with little green men, big eyes and shit. That's not true, man. You have to fool the elect with that, right? For possible, fooling very elect, look at that. Matthew 24 and 24. There shall rise false anoints, false Christ, and false prophets. Yeah, we're seeing that now. Different groups out here, man. They want to give praises to Christ and speaking Christ bless, so that you can have sex with a woman on the Sabbath. They're pushing all types of madness, wayward doctrines out there, man. We're in that time where the acts have been reincarnated. Again, those same people back today. It says, there shall rise false Christs and false prophets or false anointed, and shall show great signs and wonders, and so much, for if possible, they shall deceive the very elect. For if possible, the elect is going to get fooled, get trapped up under wayward doctrines and false prophets. Give that voice in the back of their mind, and they're going to stick with it. The truth, you're going to hear the truth. Apostles, they're going to hear that truth and they're going to stick with it until the very end. You're not going to fool the elect with false philosophies, vain philosophies, wayward doctrines, all that. You're not going to fool the elect with a Blue Beam Project, whatever it is that they have cooked up a little disclosure or whatnot. Whatever it is that they do, man. Getting people, preparing the people, whatever they're planning on doing, man. The election's gonna be fooled by that. We know the Lord's coming back with vengeance. We know what them chariots are gonna do. It's gonna render his fury, you know, a whirlwind. The chariots are gonna blast fire on this place. You know? Not coming back to save everybody, and hand out daisies. Not looking like little green men with tentacles, like in the movie Independence Day. You know, they got some of it right. You know. But basically the point being, you know, possible they shall fool and get elected. It's not possible, man. If the election's gonna get fooled and caught up with whatever this government has cooked up, whatever they're gonna do. You know? Yeah, going back to Isaiah 63. Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that coming from Edom? With dyed garments from Basra. Yeah, because when the Lord comes back, he's going to come back from the east. He's going all the way back to Mount Sinai, over there in the east. The other chariots are going to come from the east over there by Edom, you know. This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Yeah, traveling in the greatness of his strength. It's talking about the chariots, man. There's going to be a mountain. He's going to be in a mountain-sized chariot, man. What Ezra saw, man. The size of a mountain, cover up the whole sky. That's the power and great glory that the Lord's coming in. Yeah, it's Luke 21:27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. That cloud, so I'm not going to chariots, man. The UFO. What Esau calls the UFOs, what they call the UFOs here on this side, man, Babylon the Great, you know, which is recorded in the scripture going back since the beginning. Chariots have always been here, man. Stuff we knew, right? The earth was, the chariots were used to create the earth. It says, it hovered over the waters. The Spirit of the Lord hovered over the waters. Let's look at that, bro. Yeah, it says, in the beginning the powers created the heaven and earth. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning the powers. The word there's Elohim. The word God, there's Elohim from a multiple, the plural, from the angels. Right? In the beginning the powers created the heaven and the earth. The earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters. Yeah, moved upon the space. The Spirit of the Lord. Look at that. You gotta go into the Hebrew to really get that understanding, man. To use resources like the Blue Letter Bible, you know, to go into the Hebrew and the Greek to really get a proper understanding, you know, what the scriptures are talking about. A lot of it is spirit. A lot of the understanding is the spirit too, man. The spirit gotta be working with you, right? Yes, as in the beginning the powers created the heaven and the earth was without void, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. The Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the water. So if you look up that word move, yeah, the Hebrew word there for move is rahap. Rahap. It means to hover. Yep. So that's what the chariots did, man. The chariot, I was talking about the chariots. Going back to the creation. Right? The chariots have always been there, man. That's when the Lord returns. That's the Lord in that ship, man, along with the angels. You know? So when you see the skies filled with chariots, you know, that's Yahweh Shemi Ahchar, man. And them angels, the whole host of heaven, coming back. Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that comes from Edom? Dyed garments from Basra. That, glorious is apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. And that I that speak, and the righteous mighty to save. Wherefore thou art red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Like treadeth in the wine fat, man. That's symbolic of the Lord, all the killing that the Lord's going to do, man, in the chariots. I've trodden the wine press alone, and the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I shall stain all my raiment. Yeah, that's symbolic, man, of all the killing, man, that he's going to do, man. The Lord returns, man. Blasting, from ships. The war in heaven that scriptures talk about. Blasting fighter jets out. Angels, and over here on this side, blasting on buildings. Like it showed you in that movie, World of Worlds, where the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Yeah, for the day of vengeance is in the Lord's heart, man. He's sitting up there in the heavens right now, thinking about it. Heart, talking about your mind. The day of vengeance is always on his mind. He's always thinking about that, ready for when the Lord gives him from the Most High, gives him that order. It's time to go. It's go time. Yeah, let's get on that. Back in Revelation 63, and he had opened the second seal and heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And it was given unto him a great sword. That great sword is talking about that nuclear missile, man. That's part of that's his blessing. That sword, that blessing, that his weapons, his military might. Ultimately, that nuclear missile, man. That red horse is talking about Esau. Power was given unto him, man. That's out there to take peace from the earth, man. He's taking peace from the earth right now. We're seeing that, man. All throughout history, he's taking peace from the earth. And now, he's really doing it. With this war going on, he's threatening his countries to nuke them now. Look at that. I got an article on that, man. Yeah, this is out of Benzinga.com. It was dated May 4th, 2026 on Monday. It says Trump warns Iran will be blown off the face of the earth if U.S. ships are hit as Washington clears effective pathway through Iranian mines. So you got this whole thing going on with the Strait of Hormuz. It was reported the last ship just came over here to California, the last barrel of oil. So who knows, man? If that Strait of Hormuz is completely cut off, there ain't gonna be no oil coming over here to America. Oil is the fuel for get your car running, gasoline. It's the fuel for power on this side, man. So they have fuel. You see, Spirit Airlines went out of business. The jet fuel costs and all that, man. Ain't gonna be no more traveling, man. Pretty soon, all these airlines are gonna go out of business. It left little people stranded. Spirit Airlines, Soul Plane, man. That discounted airlines for you japes, man. Passport bros, man. You flying out over there to go to Brazil. You're able to fly out to Colombia. Cheap. Can't do that no more. A lot of those people are stranded. Spirit Airlines went out of business, man. All those American Airlines, all these Southwest, Delta, they're all going to go out of business. All the prices are going to skyrocket, man. They're going to start charging you higher and higher prices. Why? Because that jet fuel, man, this is short supply because of that war. That's why Trump really wants to bomb that place, get that thing going again, man. But he started the war, He started this war. him and Israel, roots of the flock, drawing them out. And that's prophecy. Right? The article says Trump warned, says the U.S. military said Monday it destroyed 6 Iranian small boats and intercepted Iranian cruise missiles and drones as Tehran tried to disrupt President Donald Trump's new effort to reopen commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. That's a very important pathway, man. It's like Strait of Hormuz is one. Another one down there, the Panama Canal. That's a very important one that connects all the whole planet Earth through commerce and trade, trading goods and services. All that's going to come to an end, man. Right? Admiral Brad Cooper, head of the Central Command, told reporters that Iran opened fire on U.S. warships in the Middle East and that American forces retaliated, destroying 6 Iranian small boats. Reuters reported that the clash came as Washington launched Project Freedom, Trump's operation to restore commercial transit through one of the world's most important energy routes. Yeah, so they shut down that Strait of Hormuz. That's a very important route for oil to get through to the whole planet Earth. So this is a big deal what's going on right now. So if things completely shut off, you ain't gonna get your gas, you ain't gonna get your power, you ain't gonna be able to light your homes, you ain't gonna be able to drive your cars. You ain't gonna be able to power up the fire trucks, put out no fires. You ain't gonna be able to put out the fires anyway. The main fire that the Lord has coming, you ain't gonna be able to put that out. Right? Just reading on a little bit. Cooper said he strongly advised Iranian forces to stay away from U.S. military assets as the Pentagon proceeds with the operation. They strongly advised them, but no, they're not gonna, they're gonna do their thing. They're backed by the Russians. They're backed by China. You get their military might from those guys. He said the U.S. naval blockade, which bars vessels leaving Iranian ports from departing the region, remains in effect. That's the point, He's taking peace from the earth. He started this war, which causes this backlash with this oil. Now he has to continue on with the war. But they're not going to be in subjection, to the U.S., to Babylon the Great. They're going to keep fighting into Israel. Right? It's bad blood. They hate each other. Right? It's the reason why Israel doesn't want them to have that bomb. Right? I can even quote one of the Iranian leaders said they got to blow Israel off the map. There's that hatred that runs between those people, man. But hey, that's the way it is, man. That's Most High controlling this place. Most High's determination to gather these nations over there into the Middle East. So it's all part of the Most High's plan at the end of the day. The script, we just got to just see through it. We just got to just endure it to the end, all the way up to the very end, right? Right? Another article I have. This one says Trump says Iran war is worth oil hitting $200 a barrel. From the Huffington Post, the Huff Post. President Donald Trump suggested he would have no issue seeing oil prices double, where they are now in exchange for the U.S. launching its war against Iran, telling reporters that the war would have been worth it. So, man, this thing's going down, man. $200 a barrel. Right now it's at $100. It's over $100 a barrel, man. We got $6 gases out here, $6 a gallon gas. Here in California, it's always higher out here in California. You got $4 a gallon, which is insane. Some of the smaller cities and smaller states. People aren't gonna be able to drive no more, man. You're not gonna be able to do anything. You're gonna have no power. Right? The stock market is higher now than when we started this war. And thought oil prices would go to 200, 250, and it's at 100 now. He said Wednesday, while describing the price of crude oil, which is the main ingredient for gasoline. Even if it went to $200 a barrel, it would have been worth it. Man. Yeah, so that movie, what was it? Will Smith, where he's walking by the gas station, it was like $7, $10 a gallon. We're living that right now. He said it was worth it. If the gas prices, barrels of oil goes up $200 a barrel. Yeah, so this money system is going down, man. Yeah, these people are losing their jobs left and right. All those Spirit Airlines people have lost their jobs. You know, more people are going to lose their jobs to this AI, right? That's prophecy for too, you know. Scripture say there ain't going to be no work in Egypt. You know, the grinding shall cease, right? A lot of people are going to lose their jobs, man. Then what are you going to do? How are you going to eat? How are you going to live? How are you going to sleep? You ain't got no roof over your head. You ain't going to be able to pay your rent. How are you going to pay your rent? What, UBI? Universal Basic Income? Right? That's not true. Well, guess what? You probably going to have to take that chip. You're probably going to have to take that chip to get that UBI, man. Say you're going to be able to buy nothing or sell nothing. You're still going to have goods and services, man. AI is still going to produce goods and services out here. Robots, you know? So how are you going to access them goods and services? You're going to have that chip, that mark of the beast, get in you. That hour of temptation. The Lord said, man, keep the word of my patience. The Lord said, man, he's not a man that he should lie. His words are faithful and true. The Lord said, you keep the hour, if you keep the, let me get it. This ain't going to affect the elect, man. 7,000 men that never bow down to Baal, man. Right? Revelation 3:10. Yeah, Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Everyone's going to have to deal with this. Everyone on the planet Earth, man. So say, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, man. Everyone on the planet Earth is going to have to deal with this hour of temptation. They're going to have to make that. They're all going to have to make a choice. They're all going to have a choice you have to make. Choose the Lord, choose Satan. And that's what it's going to come down to. Choose the devil. You want the devil to be your master? Take that chip. If you want Yahushua to be your master, hey, disregard that chip, man. Be faithful unto death if necessary. That's your lot. It said right here, man. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, man. So yeah, we're seeing this dollar system crashing, man. We're seeing this digital currency being implemented, man. Technology is there. All the tech is there, man. Try them that dwell upon the earth. You need that in the NLT. Because you have obeyed my command to persevere. Yeah, you have obeyed the Lord's commandment. Come out to the highways and byways. Push the truth, man. Persevere. Endure hardness like a good soldier. Endure unto the very end. Because you, like what it says, because you have obeyed the Lord, man. You did what the Lord told you to do, man. You follow after the right path. Yeah, you kept the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. The Lord didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets, man. It's not going to be justified by the law either, right? It's about your faith. Because you had faith, you kept the faith. Because you have obeyed my command and persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing that has come upon the whole world to test them who belong to this world. Yeah. 2/3 of our people, man. You have a decision to make, man. You're going to choose this world, choose Esau to be your God, or you're going to choose Yahushua, man. What is it? You choose righteousness. What's it going to be? You're not going to be able to buy anything or sell anything, man. You have to put your faith in Yahushua, right? What are you going to do, man? You're going to be carnal of this world? You're going to be a soldier for Yahushua, man, endure to the end? Or are you going to take the chip? That's what it all comes down to, man. Right? Yeah, a great time of testing, man. It's a test. We're all going to be tested, man. We're all going to be tested. We're elected, we're going through it right now. We're being tried right now. Gold's tried in the fire. They're catching the hell now. While the rest of the world, is giving it a marriage. You're eating and drinking and giving it a marriage, man. Ignoring the warning that the Lord's giving you. And we'll see, man. I'll protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. Back in the KJV, verse 11, behold, I come quickly. The Lord's coming quickly, man. And though it tarry, wait for it. It's not going to tarry. It seems like it's taking a long time, man. When the Lord comes, man, when this thing really starts to get set off, man, it's going to happen fast. Just behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Hold thy fast which you have, man. What is this truth, man? The understanding of His word, the seals, man. That zeal, the righteous zeal of Yahushua, man. That's what you have, right? Hold on to it fast, man. So that no man takes your crown, man. You want nobody to take your crown, man. You work hard. You want that crown, man. You want Yahushua to crown you. Ezra said he marveled at that crown greatly. Probably had all types of jewels on it. The crown that King David had weighed 75 talents of gold, or a talent of gold, which came out to 75 pounds. I got the exact number. A talent of gold, man. It's 75 pounds, big crown, man. Solid gold, whatever, however you like it. You don't want nobody to take that from you, man. You want to be able to earn that. Right? Hold fast which thou hast, man. This truth, this understanding. All the way up to the very end. To persevere, because you got to be a soldier. I want to get that one, man. Second Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness, man. Endure hardness. You're going to go through some things, man, in this truth. therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua, man. A good soldier, man. Right? No man that warreth tendeth himself to the affairs of this life. That separates yourself from the world, man. And be a part of this world, man. Don't desire the things of this world. You know, use the world, but don't abuse it. Right? You know? That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier, man. Yeah, you please the Lord, man. You want to please Yahushua. Chosen you, man, or he calls you. You want to be chosen. He called you to be the soldier out here, man. So it's going to be read. Those that persevere to the very end. Persevere what? This hardness. Right? Trials and tribulations, you know, that you're going to go through. Right? Yeah, that's the point, you know. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua, man. So you're a soldier, man. Soldier, you know, warrior. The Greek word. Stratiotes, you know, soldier. He's a champion of the cause of Yahushua. You gotta be a champion for the cause of Yahushua, man. Right now, the cause is to go out here, you know, push this word, man. Give the people warning from the Lord, man. Be a champion of the cause, you know? Warrior. Yeah, man. Be that warrior for Yahushua, man. Persevere on to the very end, no matter what. Right? Yeah, soldier, man. Got this in the etymology online dictionary. It means a fighting man. You gotta fight, you know. Paul said he fought the good fight of faith. That's the main fight. That main battle in this thing, man. A good fight of faith, man. A spiritual fight, you know. Weapons of our warfare aren't carnal, man. We ain't out here fighting, you know, guns and all that, being carnal, you know. We're fighting that good fight of faith, right? Dealing with these demons out here, man. A fighting man, one who gave military service. Well, this is somewhat of our military service. This is our reasonable service, right? This is our reasonable service. One who serves in an army for pay. Our stacking our treasures up in heaven. Our pay is not in heaven, man. You know, that's what we're stacking up. Look at that. You don't care about this pay on this side, man. You don't want to, you know. Yeah, you just read the etymology of soldier, and then they list in military service, you know, for pay. right? We're listed in this reasonable service for that spiritual pay. Right? That's going to pay off later, right? It's Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Yeah, these riches on this side are corrupted, man. Ask any of these celebrities out here, these rappers that have made it, and got millions of dollars, man. Those are corrupted riches, man. They had to, shed some blood. They had to do wicked things, to get that money, right? And thieves break through to steal. A lot of these artists they've been robbed of their money. In the music industry, bad contracts or whatever. I'm not in the music industry, but I heard stories of it, man. A lot of Jakes got robbed, all these, celebrity Jakes that die broke, rich, these athletes that end up dying broke, Or, you stack up treasure in your house, and the thief actually physically breaks in your house and takes it. That happens, man. Especially out here in California, out here in the valley, all these houses are getting broken into now, man. That crime is up. Robbery is up, man. Those businesses are getting broken into every day. That's going on, man. It's just gonna get worse. So just talk about that. I'm not gonna pity upon that neighbor, man. Bust up in your house, take your goods, because of the lack of bread, right? It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through to steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor to steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." This is our treasure. This is where our mind is at, on this truth. Meditating on it daily. Meditating on the word daily. Thinking about the word, thinking about Ahchar, thinking about a lesson we're going to do. Seeking the Lord 10 times more. So this is the spiritual pay. We enlisted in this service, in this military, this spiritual military. This is our reasonable service. That spiritual money. We're laying up our treasures in heaven, where our crown is at. Right? It's read, let no man steal your crown. Let no one take your crown. How is someone going to take your crown by getting you out of this word, not persevering unto the very end? It's back in etymology online. Fighting man, one that fights. This is a fight. This is a constant fight, man. Prepare thy soul for temptation, man. This is a constant fight, this thing, man. A battle. A spiritual battle, right? Fighting man, one who engages in military service. This is the definition of soldier, man. One who serves in the army for pay. Soldier. Yeah, pay, that reward. There is a reward, right? That one who serves the army for pay, there is a reward at the end of the day for your work, right? It's coming with that reward. Revelation 22 and 12. Actually, let me start at 10. Revelation 22 and 10. He said unto me, seal not the sayings of his prophecy of his book, for the time is at hand. Yeah, seal not the sayings, man. Seals have been broken. Don't reseal them up, man. Don't take the truth and hide it, and put it in as a napkin put it in a napkin and put it in your back pocket, man. It says about the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Yeah, the warning. You got to give the people the warning, man. Let them know destruction is coming. War's coming with destruction. World War III, this place is going to be destroyed. How you doing? How you doing? This place is going to be destroyed out here, man. But the time is at hand. Yeah, the time is at hand, man. The day of the Lord is at hand. Right? The day of the Lord is at hand. What's the day of the Lord? That nuclear destruction. Esau's blessing, Esau's weapon. It's going to lay low this entire land, man. The 10th part of the city fall. I mean, the whole land of America is going to be destroyed by nuclear destruction. All right? Biblical prophecy. It's going to come to pass. He said, the time is at hand, man. Seal up the sayings of the prophecy of this book. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. Yeah, just give him warning, man. Wipe the blood off your hands, man. Just wipe the blood, let him know. Just move on. You can't get it. Jake can't get it. I can't get it. This is what it is, man. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. Yeah, continue on, persevere in this truth, man. Endure unto the very end, man. Jake is bugged out here, man. He walking around with his whole ass out, man. 2/3 of our people to see. Yeah, that's right. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. Like a nigga like that, sagging his pants with his whole ass out. That's filthy, man. He that's filthy, let him be filthy still, man. Ain't nothing can help that dude but a missile, man. At least he repents. He ain't gonna repent, man. But let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still, man. Yeah, separate from this place, man. Separate from the world, man. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. The Lord's coming with that reward. He's coming with that crown, man. He's going to prepare a place for you. That place. Bring you back to your land, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. America isn't your land, man. You're not foundational to America, man. Israel is our home. The Lord's coming to bring us back there, man. The reward is with the Lord. Like we just read the definition of soldier, man. He that enlists for pay, man. So yeah, we're doing this work for a reward, man. The Lord ain't gonna forget what you're doing. He ain't gonna forget it, man. Yeah, it's Hebrews 6:10. So, yeah, Hebrews 6:10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. Lord ain't gonna forget your work. The works that you put in, man. Lord ain't gonna forget that. Coming out here and dealing with what you have to deal with, doing what you have to endure, temptation, trials. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and your labor of love. Yeah, I was going to say, you confess your name, confess Yahweh's name before men. Yahweh is going to confess you before the Father, man, before Yahweh. The Lord, the Most High ain't going to forget your work. Right? For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name. Love toward his name, man. That name is important, man. You got groups saying Christ bless, Christ this, Christ that, Jehovah this, Yahweh that, pushing these names when they know the name of the Lord, man. You know? They're talking Hebrew, they know. They took that bag, they took that money, the corruptible riches. That's that corruptible riches, man. on the side. Because really, they don't have faith. They don't believe the Lord's coming back. They think the Lord's going to come back another 1,000 years or whatever. The Lord ain't coming back another 1,000 years. We see these prophecies, man. We see the prophecies popping off the page, man. Right around the corner, man. Because the Lord said it. Behold, I come quickly. And he has his reward with me. With him, huh? The Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have showed for his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister, and he served, he served the saints, and you serve, man, in this truth, in this work, man. And we desire that every one of you show the same diligence to full assurance. You have to have that full assurance, man, that full confidence, full assurance, man. Can't be no doubt. That's not faith, man. Faith is evidence, you know, substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. That's faith. Having that full assurance of what's to come, man. We desire that every one of you show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, man. That hope. What else do we have out here, man? That full assurance. Let me read that in NLT. It says, our great desire is that you will keep on loving others as long as life lasts, in order to make certain that what you hope for will come true. You gotta make certain. That full assurance of what? Ultimately, that deliverance. To be protected. Right? To be hid in that day when all hell breaks loose here in America. The money system collapse. Right? Every man for himself. 911 is looking for 911. You want to be protected in that day. You want to look after you. Ultimately, when the missiles drop, you want the Lord to deliver you. That's the full assurance of salvation, man. Knowing, having that clear conscience. Why? Because you put in the work and you believed. Yeah, the Greek word for full assurance.
Strong's G 4136.
The word there is pleopharia. It means full assurance, most certain confidence. Got most certain confidence, man. This is where you put your full confidence in, man. These words are faithful and true. You know. You've seen the prophecies, man. Right? The ones that have come to pass are coming to pass. So hey, that should be your booster. That should put the battery in your back. Right? God. All right, where was I at, man? Was that Revelation? And I'll go back to Revelation 6. It's man is taking peace from the earth. Ultimately, he's going to destroy parts of the earth, which is the day of the Lord. Back up. Yep, that's our people, man. Hey, let the unfaithful be unfaithful still. Let the filthy be unfilthy still, man. The unjust said that is unjust. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. 2/3 of our people are just filthy, unjust, and they deserve destruction, right? So yeah, just give them warning and wipe the blood off their hands, man. can't get it, just move on. Coming out here showing you the labor of love, putting in this work, letting you know, putting warning from the Lord, man. And they come by insulting you, talking shit. But they're walking around with their ass out. You know? Here's what it is, man. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, man. And he that is holy, let him be holy still, man. So always persevere, endure unto the end, man. Like a good soldier for Yahushua, man. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, proving yourself to the Lord, man, and enduring in this work, in this space, man. Right? You ultimately just want to be delivered, man. Man is coming with that power, man. It's coming with that weapon. Esau. We'll go back to Revelation 6. Yeah, Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Talking about Esau, man. And power was given to him, but sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Power was given unto him, man. Given the fatness of the earth, man. Given rulership over the planet Earth. Right? Esau, the so-called white man, didn't know. Power was given him by Satan to take peace from the earth. They should kill one another. And it was given unto him a great sword. And a great sword is blessed. Go back to Genesis. Genesis 27 and 37. I'll start 36, you know. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine, and I have sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. You know? Like Esau, a carnal man, you know. He gave up his blessing for some raw meat. You know, Jacob supplanted him. But all that was set up through the Spirit. You know, anyway. Jacob was going to get the blessing anyway. The kingdom. Right? And Isaac, his father, answered him and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. So Esau has been blessed, man. You receive the whole blessings of this earth, man. The rulership of this planet. The best lands of the earth. All the best neighborhoods, all the coastal cities. Laguna Beach, Santa Barbara, wherever, man. The best land, best areas. It's all going to be mostly Edomites up in there, man. Upscale neighborhoods, suburban neighborhoods, best land, best, we got trees, you know, everything. Nice houses, best weather. Even in majority, you know, lands of that people, like over to Africa. Most 70% of the people in Africa, dark skinned, Israelites or Hamites. Most of them have 70%, you know, Africans. Got some Israelites up in there too. But who are the best lands? Down in Cape Town, you know, the best areas, high-end areas. The Edomites, the Dutch, the ones that own them emerald mines, the ones that own them diamond mines. Esau, man. He runs Africa. He runs them places, man. He has to controls the whole planet. real precept real quick. Job 9:24. And the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where? Who is he? Yeah, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He's running the planet Earth right now. Esau, so-called white man, he's running the planet Earth, man. It's given to him. Right? He covered the faces of the judges. He covered up the faces of the judges. The main judge, the Ahchar. You see that image? Cesare Borgia, Caesar Borgia. When he called Jesus Christ. That image. The main judge that he covered up. All the prophets. All the Bible. Moses. Moving the Ten Commandments. You know? He covered up the faces. Iconoclasm, what they call it. Going back to the Renaissance period, the new birth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where? Who is he? Who is he, man? Who's running the planet Earth? It ain't Esau, man. Right? Going back to Genesis. Back in Genesis 27. And 39, and Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword thou shalt live, by the sword thou shalt live. Weapons, guns, military might, even going down to basic Edomites, man, everyday Edomites. They all got those guns, man. They all love to hunt. They all love going out there hunting. They love guns. Right? Modern day sword is the gun. He's going to use them guns in the end times, man. Look at that. Yeah, 2 Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Modern day Egypt. And I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And will destroy all the land thereof, man. So that's the ultimate outcome. That's the outcome of Esau's ultimate blessing, man. That nuclear destruction. It's going to destroy the whole land of Egypt. Modern day Egypt. Babylon the Great, also known as America. So I'm talking about ancient Egypt. It says I will smite Egypt with the plagues as before. Some plagues are coming back, man. The plagues of ancient Egypt are coming back to this place, man. It's going to be oh man, it's going to be a bad time, man. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So the Most High is the one that's bringing this destruction, this punishment that's coming to this place, man. So how about Shani Awashai? So whose side do you want to be on? Whose good graces do you want to be on? You want to be on Esau's good graces, take his chip, or do you want to be on Yahushai's good graces? How about Shani Awashai's good graces, the Father, right? Because he's the one that's bringing these plagues, this punishment. Right? They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail, with blasting and hail, with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe to the world, man. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh. Sword. Weapons, man. Draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. One people are going to stand up to fight against another. Riots out here, race riots. Esau and his blessing, the guns that he got, he's going to use it against you Jakes, man. He has that hatred, that perpetual hatred. Esau always had that hatred in his heart, man. always wanted to kill a nigga. Always. Lord put that enmity between Esau and Jacob. Reading about Esau and Jacob now in Genesis. Most High put that the enmity. They're fighting in the womb. He always has that hatred, for him, for you, right? I'm gonna get that next, man. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Man. And there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. And I shall not regard their kings or their princes. And of course, their power, of course, their actions stand in their power. Man, sedition among men, invading one another. We're seeing that now on a small scale out here in the valley, man. People are breaking into people's houses, left and right. Businesses are getting broken into, man. I was watching the news the other day. This guy, owns this Argentinian restaurant, man. He says constantly people always breaking into his shit, man. There's like this glass door. They just throw a rock through it, shatter the door. The people that come to fix this door, they already got the measurements. It's happened so many times. They've got the measurements down pat. They don't even need to measure it out. They just know, okay, this guy's restaurant. Okay, we'll just come fix it. We know. It's happened so many times, man. But it's going to be on a wide scale across all Babylon, man, across all of America. Just read it. It says there's to be sedition among men, uprising, invading one another, breaking into your house for the lack of bread, lack of resources out here. They shall not regard their kings, not going to care what these mayors say. Right now, there's new mayoral race going on, gubernatorial election about to happen, a new mayor out here in California, new election about to go down, man. Not going to regard, the mayors, the kings, modern day princes, the mayors, the governors, politicians. You're not going to regard what they say. You're not going to care what they say. You're not going to have no control over the people. People really get uproar. People really get going out here, man. Time of Jacob's troubles, what the scriptures call it. Yeah, with sword in the hand. Part of Esau's blessing is that sword, that gun. Modern day sword is the gun. Gunshots packed. Remember when COVID was popping off, man? 2020, 2021, 2022. Gunshots, man, packed. Lying all the way down the block to get guns. I remember I witnessed that, I saw it. Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, blood shall pursue thee. So thou hast not hated blood shall pursue thee. Somebody Esau, man. Esau doesn't hate blood, man. The point being, he has a perpetual hatred for you, man. Going back, to Jacob and Esau, when they were in the womb. Broke with that enmity in us, man. Right? So he hates you, man. He's going to use that sword on you, man, in this time that's coming. Right? We'll go back to Genesis. And I'll start wrapping it up, man. Genesis 27:40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, and thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. Yeah, man. Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing whereof his father blessed him. Esau said in his heart, these days mourning for my father are at hand, and I will slay my brother Jacob, man. So he hated going to the womb, he hated Jacob, you know, he supplanted that blessing, which was all set up to the spirit from the Most High anyway, right? So that's that perpetual hatred that Esau has for you, man. He's gonna show it in these end times, man. Right? He's gonna take peace from the earth. Right now, he's taking peace from the earth. Ultimately, he's gonna destroy parts of the earth through his sword, man. Which is his blessing. Ultimate blessing of nuclear destruction. This is Isaiah 54:16. I'll end it on this. Behold, I've created Smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Here are the Smiths, the scientists, the nuclear scientists, and the engineers that created the missiles, created the missile silos. Nuclear scientists, physicists that are able to split the atom. Those are the Smiths. I created the Smiths that bloweth the coals in the fire and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. The waster is that nuclear destruction, right? Esau's top blessing, a mega blessing, right? That's that mega sword. It's gonna wipe out this whole nation, man. Babylon the Great. It's gonna wipe out Israel. Man. Israel's gonna be built back up again. It's going to wipe out different parts of the earth. Destruction. You know, it's going to, well, the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. The scriptures talk about it, man. Yeah, well, I'll go back into it. I'll finish out this chapter. That was verse 4, man. And there went out another horse that was red, talking about Esau. Power was given unto him that sat therein to take peace from the earth. He was going to take peace from the earth through his military might, his blessing, the sword. He was also given the whole planet Earth. Right? They should kill one another. He was given unto him a great sword. A great sword that nuclear destruction. Name it, man. Yeah, you know, I end on that. Shalom. Barak Yahweh, Barak Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Shai. All praises, Yahweh, Bashmi Yahweh Shai. Kwame Shalom. Shalom.